So we just made it to the park. I'm able to get out. I'm able to enjoy, but not just enjoy being at the park, but I can enjoy my legs walking. You see, 22 years ago today, I was in a car accident. The driver had taken some pills because his back was hurting, so that was not good. We went over a ditch. I flew out the front window because I did not have my seatbelt, because the seatbelt did not work. So if I put it on, it was going to be very hard for me to take it out, and so I didn't have it on, right? So we're driving, or he's driving. I go out the front window, which thank God nothing happened to my face. I do have a big old scar in my head. We go over a ditch. I land on a strawberry field, and I can smell the strawberries. I can touch the sand. And if you are in California, and most importantly on the Central Coast, you know exactly what I'm talking about, all the different fields, right? So I am laying down on a strawberry field. I can feel and touch the sand. It's so dark. I have no idea where I'm at, except that I can feel the sand and I can smell the strawberries. I landed on the dirt. I can feel the dirt. My leg feels very warm though, so I'm trying to touch, or at least reach for my leg, and I feel my bone. And I don't remember anything after that. I'm waking up at the hospital, and I have a nurse asking me if I know my name, if I know where I'm at, if I know the date. You know, can I look around and see anything that looks familiar to me? And I was shocked. Like, I was looking at her crazy because I didn't know what she was talking about. I mean, yeah, I knew my name, but I didn't know like what was happening, right? So after the nurse moved to the side, I can see my mom standing right there, and she's like, "Ay, ¿qué pasó, Christy?" And then I'm freaking out even more because I'm like, why is she freaking out? Where are we? And then I see another nurse, and then I see a doctor. And then I'm like, okay, this looks like we're either in the emergency room or at a hospital room. So finally the doctor comes in and tells me there's good and bad news, and even worse news. So good news, I was alive for now. Hear me, for now. I barely made it to the hospital, right? 5 minutes more and I would have been dead, like in the ambulance, on the ambulance. So because I've lost so much blood, I need to get a blood transfusion. My dad does not want me to get one. I ended up getting an anonymous donor. Thank you. I don't know who you are, but thank you. I really wish that I knew who you were, because that would just be amazing to know who would do that at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what time this was, but anyway, so the worst, right? I broke my back and I broke my leg, but right now we need someone to donate blood to me. And so I don't know how long it took for someone to finally say, hey, I'm gonna do it, or they were there. I don't know how that even worked or whatever, but we ended up getting I ended up getting the blood transfusion. I had surgery on my leg, and then they had to transport me to another hospital in Santa Barbara. I was told that the surgery was 10 hours. They didn't really know if it was going to be successful or not. Once everything was done, now this is like 10 o'clock at night, I remember the doctor coming in and saying to me that, everything went well, but that I was not going to be able to walk again. I'm still in shock because I still don't understand how any of this happened. Like, I seriously I can't remember how everything happened. And one of my nurses actually mentioned that it was good that I did not, because I would be like just traumatized. Thank you, Antonio. I get lost with my words because I don't know. Sometimes I do forget what the word is in English, okay? This is a real thing if you speak multiple languages. But I'm going off topic because you guys know I could do that. So it's good that I don't remember the accident, but I'm still in shock because I still don't understand like how, what, like why. Well, the why I do. Things happen for a reason, you guys, and I wasn't being appreciative. I wasn't appreciating, and I wasn't grateful for my life. I could run, I could walk, right? I was healthy, but I wasn't appreciating any of that. So here comes Diosito and says, boom, this happened. The power of the mind is very real. When I was told that I was not going to be able to walk again, of course I went into a negative state of mind, and I was like, okay, well, I don't want to live, life sucks, and all that, right? Questioning God, like, why did this happen to me? Why right now? It was my senior year in high school, and I was playing sports, and to be told that I was not going to be able to walk again, like, I just couldn't accept that. Like, I was like, what? And things like that can change and happen in like seconds and minutes and hours. So after being in the hospital for so long, I finally went home. I had this really nice wheelchair that I had, but I didn't like it. I didn't want it. And I was still very negative. And then I said, okay, well, I'm not dead. Thank God, right? Like, I still have my life. And if this is going to be my new life, then let me start appreciating life. Let me start appreciating and being grateful for being alive. Nothing happened to my face, you guys. I went out the window. No scars, nothing happened to my face. You looking at me, you can't tell that I was in a car accident and I almost died. I have a big scar on my back. I have big scars on my legs. You cannot tell by looking at me, right? So I started my attitude of gratitude. We cannot take life for granted. Things change so fast. So I am thankful every single day that I get in the car with Antonio, because he truly is an amazing driver. First of all, he's a very safe driver. He can be a crazy driver. If we need to be somewhere in 5 minutes, he's going to get me there in 5 minutes, but safely. I am thankful for people who wear their seatbelts. I am thankful for people who just drive safe out there. You know, it's not just you in a car. It's you and other people on the street. I'm thankful for the person who donated plasma blood. I am thankful for doctors, nurses. I'm thankful for all of my therapists. I'm thankful for my sister, my mom. I'm thankful that I'm able to be here 22 years later walking at the park. And I do not take that for granted. If today or tomorrow Antonio said we have to walk everywhere, I am totally fine with that, because I did that for almost a year and a half after I learned and was able to walk. We did a lot of walking. We took the bus everywhere before we ended up having a car, moving here to Vegas. So you guys, do not take anything for granted, and start by appreciating first your life and that you are alive today. So if you are ready to start your attitude of gratitude journey, I am going to be there for you along the way. I've had people who started and failed, and I'm not going to say that you're not going to also, but I'm going to be there for you and with you. Right? It's not easy. Things take time. And if you allow me, because I want to be there with you, guiding you and showing you how I did it for me, let me know that you're ready. With everything that's going on even now, you guys, we should all have more gratitude. We should appreciate more now. So again, this will be my very first challenge, my very first attitude 14-day challenge, and I want you to get started. So let me know if you are ready to go on this 14-day challenge with me.